So tell me about Eyebox2.
Eyebox2 is a new form of eye tracker that allows essentially any kind of system to sense whether people are looking at it or not from a great distance, and with multiple users without any form of calibration, which means people can just walk up and the thing knows whether you're looking at it.
How does it track what your eyes are looking at?
Well, Eyebox solicits a red eye effect in people, and this is the kind of thing you see on flash photography all the time. So it flashes in infrared, and that produces a red eye, and that means it can find eyeballs from a background.
How far do you have to be standing for it to work?
It works up to about 10 meters, depending on lighting conditions. And that's quite an improvement from the state of the art in eye tracking today, which was 60 centimeters.
And from what I understand, this is going to change the way advertisers can track whether these LCD screens are working. Right now, there's no way of actually tracking how well they're working. They
Right.
base it on sales.
Right. So one of the first markets for Eyebox is the digital signage markets. And right now there's a rollout going across North America of screens that are being placed in malls. One of the problems with putting advertisements on those screens is that advertisers don't know whether people are actually looking at them. And so there's a missing part of the business model that Eyebox solves. You can actually put one of these cameras on top of your signage display and measure whether people are looking at it. And that means you can sell ads by the eyeball.
And the way it works is that there's a computer remote nearby somewhere that actually, does the math or does the...
Yeah, there's a computer system that is connected to the camera, and it does the computer vision. It processes the images, then throws them out, and then gets coordinates of these eyes and figures out whether they're looking at the screen or not. And it's important to note that the computer does throw away the images. So this is not a camera, it's a sensor. It's just like the door sensors you find in malls that open up doors, except this door sensor knows whether you're looking at the thing or not.
Now, give us a little bit of specifics. Does it monitor how many eyeballs look at it? Does it monitor how long you look at it?
It does both. So it can monitor how many people are looking at a screen, and it can tell for each individual how long that person has been looking. And we can then provide statistics online, just like you have web analytics that tell you whether people have been looking at a web page, for example. You can get detailed statistics on whether your ads have been watched and by how many people.
And which part of the ads are being looked at the most, right?
Yes, exactly. So, for example, you can see the difference between quantity and quality. You might have places where you don't get very many views, but they absorb most of the message, where at other places you might get quick glances and people don't absorb the message. We can provide those statistics, and we can do it in real time.
From what I understand, the technology is relatively inexpensive, so there's no reason not to have it, right?
Right. Eye trackers used to cost $25,000. This one costs $1,000. And from here, the price is only going to go down. So yeah, that's quite an improvement. And we'll see applications beyond the signage market soon. We're also working on other kinds of applications, such as a hearing aid, for example, that switches to the person you're looking at. So you only hear that person and no background noise. So there's lots and lots of applications of these kinds of technologies.
Now, tell us how busy you've been in terms of the interest that this technology has generated. I mean, you're on the phone all the time.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. We presented this technology at Google headquarters about a month ago, and the phone hasn't stopped ringing since. So yeah, there's been a real interest in this from the market. It's very clear that there's a need for this kind of technology, and we're quite excited about the opportunity.